everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we've got a good one for you. We're going to take traditional chicken fried steak and we're going to bake it in the oven. So we're going to make oven baked chicken fried, in air quotes, steak. This is going to be a great way for you to make it that will lower the fat content. It's going to be able to allow you to make it for a number of people all at one time. You're going to be able to cook a whole pan full in about a half an hour to 45 minutes, and it's super delicious, it's super tender, and I know you're going to love it. Let's go see how this all comes together. We're going to get started going over all the ingredients for our oven-baked chicken fried, in air quotes, steak. This is a really easy way to do chicken fried steak fast for a lot of people, and you don't have to heat up a vat of oil to do it, and I like it a little bit better than frying it on top of the stove. So this is just like I would do it on top of the stove, except we're eliminating the hot oil part, and this makes it really awesome if you are watching your calories. So I have about 2 pounds of cube steak that I got on sale. These will periodically go on sale for buy one get one free for a package, and that makes it very economical. So I have 2 pounds here. We're going to start with our dredge. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of cornmeal. That's our dry dredge, and we're also going to season that up with a tablespoon of my chicken seasoning. You can use whatever all-purpose seasoning you enjoy, along with a teaspoon of kosher salt and a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. And our wet dredge is going to be a cup of buttermilk and 2 eggs. We're going to double dredge these, which means they're going to go in the dry, in the wet, and then back in the dry. And then we're going to show you how this all comes together. So I'm going to clear this and I'm going to get our dredging station ready, and we'll be ready to move forward. Okay, now we're going to bread. I'm finishing up this first piece, and I have a baking sheet over here that is lined with aluminum foil and sprayed with cooking oil spray. I use coconut oil spray. You can use whatever you like. So the deal with these is you go dry, wet, dry, and you're probably going to make a mess. And you know, a lot of times people will say, oh, Noreen, you should just use a Ziploc bag because it's so much easier, but it really isn't, and it isn't cleaner, and it isn't less messy. When you use a Ziploc bag, you still have to stick your hand in there, and so I much prefer to do a traditional dredging station with a couple of pie plates. I just feel that it's a lot easier. Sometimes if I don't want to make a big mess, I will go ahead and use some paper plates to do that. But this way suits me fine, and of course you should do what suits you best. So into the dry. You do you, boo. Absolutely. Into the dry, into the wet on both sides, back into the dry. And then I just kind of like to toss the dry over top and get it nice and coated. Make sure you get the sides, don't forget those. And I'm just using, this is a granny fork, and if you guys don't know what that is, I'll leave a link down below to where you can look it up. This is a Rata product also. I absolutely love it. It's great for flipping meat, and it's great for when you want to dredge stuff up. So that's as easy as that is. Dry, wet, dry, and you're going to get a nice crispy crust, and it's going to be really delicious chicken fried steak. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these off, and then I'll bring you back when it's time to put them in the oven. Okay, I got all of my steak pieces coated with the breading, and now all we're going to do is we're going to take our cooking spray and we're going to spritz the top. Now remember, we sprayed the foil really well before we put this down, and it can look a little messy, but don't worry about that because it's going to be delicious nonetheless. Chicken fried steak doesn't look pretty to begin with, so you're going to pop these in a 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. About halfway through, check them and flip them over. That way they get good brownness on both sides. And then you're going to want to take them out. While you're cooking these, you can be making your mashed potatoes and your veggie and your gravy, and everything's going to be good to go. So I'm going to pop these in the oven at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes, and when they're ready, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, this chicken fried steak, quote, in air quotes, baked in the oven for about 45 minutes. Now I wanted to get a little more brownness on mine, and I will tell you that when you make it this way, it is not going to look like it does when you fry it. It is not going to be that beautiful, deep, dark brown color. It's going to look like it's a little ugly. But it doesn't matter because you're going to put gravy on it anyway, and it's all good. What I will tell you is that when you make it like this, the meat is super tender and I feel like it's better this way, and that's just my opinion. But this has come out of the oven. It's ready to be served. I like to let it sit for about 10 minutes before we call everyone to fix their plates. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go fix you a plate, and I'll bring you back and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, there you have it. Our oven-baked chicken fried, in air quotes, steak. This, I just love it this way. I think it's a great way to make chicken fried steak without all the fuss. I don't know about you, but I cannot stand frying in my house, especially when the weather gets warmer, because the whole house smells like fried oil. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that smell. And it's just really unpleasant. And hot. It makes everything hot and sticky and gross, and it's a big mess to clean up, and I hate it. So this is just another way for you to get that taste of chicken fried steak without doing the frying part. And of course, you can choose not to do it this way, but this is just another option for you. If you aren't familiar with how to make chicken fried steak, it's not really that hard, as you can see, but I feel like baking it in the oven is just, it's just a little bit nicer. That's just my opinion. And it's super tender. I find that when I bake it in the oven like this, it's just really fork tender, and it's not tough at all. So I think we'll just go ahead and we'll have a taste, and so you can just cut right through that with no problem. And it's fully cooked, as you can see. And we'll just dip it in that gravy and see what you think.
That is delicious.
See, the cornmeal gives it a nice crunch, and the egg, of course, the buttermilk is going to give it a little bit of a tang. You don't have to use buttermilk. You can use regular milk, or you can even just use water. It's up to you. So that is how you make oven-baked chicken fried steak. I hope that you take this and give it a try, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy it. I think this is really going to be a family pleaser. I hope that you enjoyed this video today, and if you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you are new to my kitchen and you just happened on by, welcome. I hope that you will consider hitting the subscribe button, and if you are a tried and true member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, please be sure and hit the bell notification button so that you don't miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope you give this oven-baked chicken fried steak a try, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.